Hello, Markee Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life. And welcome to another edition of the Mailbag, Special War Z edition. And I'm just going through and I'm picking out anything that looks like it's titled about War Z and plucking them off. We're going back a little bit, so there's a little bit of older stuff in here. And but it's all still very relevant because I feel like a lot of it has never been resolved. So now I want to thank Karma for creating the bottom portion of this template. He put that together for me, and I think it looks pretty cool. I'm using it on here, and you can click that anytime during the video, and it will go to his channel. It'll pause this video and go to him if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitch, well, you're just going to have to manually put it in. You can see it right there on the screen. Oh, right over there. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got in the mailbag here. And War Z from NX Dynasty. Okay. So let's see. Hey, I noticed you always play with some viewers on War Z. I was wondering and hoping if I could join up with you. I never noticed how to or when to play, so I hope you message me back. Okay, not being rude, but I just deleted it. And let's say that here's how it works. www.playwarz.net is our clan. Look for the notes on how to join the clan. I only play with the clan on Saturdays, and it's just because I'm really only playing on Saturdays right now. Just don't have the time. So that's how. It's not so exciting now, is it? Because I'm not really playing all that much. But we have over 200 characters in our clan, so there's a lot of times other people on to play with, and being in a clan is really nice because you are able to identify by the blue chevron over your heads as to who is on your team. A lot less friendly fire that way. So, okay. My War Z situation, please help. Okay, now let's see here. Dodo Boy. Okay, hey Markee, let me start off by saying I love your vids. Well, thank you. That being said, I have a bad situation. Hammerpoint has unjustly banned me twice. Twice. Okay. First time was unjust, and they addressed that to us and gave us 700 gold pieces. I played a massive session on it that lasted 4 hours straight. Then that's it. I didn't play anymore. Yesterday I tried to log in, and it worked, but I had to go and pick up some stuff from the shop to fill up my card. I try again today to play with my buddy, and it says your account has been permanently banned. I have addressed this to HP Hammerpoint, and I told them they did mislead me into buying a game which allows me to go to their ACCC and has charged Apple 2.2 M in previous years. What the heck is all of that? What can I suggest to do in this situation? I'm really angry and I want to start a court case. Oh my. But by doing that, Hammerpoint will go broke and War Z will not be developed, which I really don't care about. But other players won't be able to play who really enjoy the game. Please, let's see, help me decide what to do, please. Your massivist fan, Kane. Well, Kane. You know, I have to say that however much you spent on the game, even if it was a full legendary package, which I think was the most expensive package, that it is not worth going to court over being unjustly banned. And it's hard to say whether or not you were unjustly banned because I have talked with several other people that said they were unjustly banned, and then it came out that they were using hacks and exploits. and other things. And so now I haven't, I've had a lot of people tell me they were unjustly banned, and I would say that not all of them have turned out to be that case, but they, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. A court case ain't gonna happen. Kane, you sound like you're pretty young, and I think that you probably just upset, and I would be upset too. But what can you do? A little wisdom would tell you that basically you just have to grin and bear it and move on. Don't support a company that doesn't support you, and and if you're unjustly banned, then tell the world. If you are banned justly and you're lying about this right here, then just stop. Simple as that. And I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying you're telling the truth. I'm just being neutral on that. I'm just giving both ends. So that is my opinion. Okay. In regards to the WarZ hacker, official KMA Club, Alex, let's see here. We appreciate and enjoy the interviews with the hacker, but he stated that he had a habit of taking down servers and websites for 15 years. I don't agree with him taking down WarZ for any length of time. He complains that the development of the game, it claims about the development of the game and hurts people who paid for this game. The guy doesn't have good intentions, and I'm not buying his White Knight story. I don't buy it either, actually. There are much better ways of protesting, hallelujah, amen, whatever, much better ways of protesting than attacking servers in different locations, which just causes the IT staff to work overtime getting those servers back online for their customers. If he truly wanted to see progress in the game, which he stated he highly doubts, then he would seek out more efficient ways of protest where his words would be heard more clearly by the development instead of merely bragging rights. That goes to think, what's kind of interesting is, I tried to think of better ways. Let me finish reading this, and I'll come back to these thoughts. Anyone who takes down websites, servers without permission, especially on the grand scale, that should be federally charged and locked away in prison for a very long time. It's sad to see such talented and skilled people. He is very talented and skilled. People go down a dark road causing destruction instead of progress. He could have a good career testing the strength of networks and making them much better for future attacks. I know there are many companies that have positions just for that purpose. Thank you for your time and for your many videos, Mark. Alex. Okay, so here's the deal. I think that yes, he was very, very wrong to do what he did, and I wish that he could have put his energy in better fashion. And it was kind of interesting seeing how this all played out, because he was attacking the game servers, taking down the game servers and everything, making it so that we couldn't play. And I talked to him about this, and I said, dude, really, you're hurting the players. And it's the wrong way to go about it. Try and figure out a way to refocus your energy. And so, he thought about that. He was pretty adamant at that time, saying, no, this is what I'm going to continue doing. And then, I don't know, an hour or two after that conversation, he messaged me and said he had a change of heart. He was going to stop attacking the servers. And so he had thought about it for a little bit and come to the conclusion that it was actually harming us players who have paid for the game. And it also took resources, so it took time away from us playing, and it took resources away from the development of the game to defend against the hacking, or defend against the attack. So I encouraged him to do something else. He found something else to do, and you know what? He was pretty clever about it, because he went and attacked Xsolla, which is the payment processor for the WarZ. And that really pissed me off. For a couple of reasons. One is I thought he was very clever, that he wasn't attacking the games anymore and affecting the people who were playing the game and had paid for it. He was now putting a third party at risk and everything and making them beef up their infrastructure and stopping the sales of the game for a few days. Okay. He listened to me and everything, but then, something else dawned on me, which really, really pissed me off. It really made me upset. And that is that these games that I support on my channel and everything, many of them I have direct relationships with the game companies, and part of my business model for being able to do this for a living is to actually sell for the game company of the games that I am playing and talking about and doing content for. And so what happened is that he put me at a conflict of interest at that point, because I had been talking to him about how he can come up with better ideas of how to more positively do his energy and stuff, and how he was taking down the game servers, and how he was telling me that he was going to take them down right before he took them down and stuff, and so that he could prove to me that he really had the power. But the problem is that I have actually reached out to Hammerpoint asking them to be an official reseller for them, for the game, for copies of the game and the currency, the gold coins. And that fits right into my business model of, what I do. I support these games. I develop a lot of new players and everything through my videos, through the content, and different marketing things. And so in that instant, I realized that that it put me at a conflict of interest, because now he wasn't attacking the game anymore, and it wasn't just news. He was now attacking another payment provider, and I would be a payment provider as well. And so, or in theory. And so, in Hammerpoint, if you're listening, I do still want to sell the game, and I want to sell the currency. And I know we can do an absolutely fabulous job on customer service with the sales, and help put a more positive light on the game overall with our excellent customer service. So what that did is it put me at a point of that if he kept attacking the other payment provider, and then I all of a sudden come on board with supporting the game and selling it, doesn't that look like a conflict, like something that was like engineered and everything? And so I was pretty pissed off about that. In fact, I was downright mad. But I didn't get on him a whole bunch about that. I didn't. I told him that that I was very upset that he had put me into a conflict of interest now. And no, I don't have any deal with Hammerpoint. I have not even discussed it, other than sending them an email based on a question that they asked actually quite a long time ago, and then they never replied. But it so it upset me greatly, and so I want to encourage people like him to think outside of the box and to take other methods. It's just I didn't know that it would work that way. And I tread very carefully with people like him, because I don't want to be part of the tools that are used to support the attack. And I just want to get a better understanding. I want to get better knowledge, and and try and facilitate some resolution through my video content that I do with these people. This is not the first time that I've talked with a hacker or someone who's DDoSing a site or whatnot. I've done it many times. You'll find that I have one of my interviews is with the guy who claims to be the largest Chinese farmer in the world, And I don't doubt that he probably was. And I sat him down for a few interviews. He's a great guy. He actually goes out on the conference lecture circuit now talking about his experience with farming in World of Warcraft. It's pretty funny. But so, to that point, I think that there are other ways that someone like that could use their energy. And here's the problem, though, because my brain says to me, okay, don't attack the game, don't attack the payment provider or whatnot, or the other support infrastructure. Okay, so how about attacking public opinion? You know, there's grassroots efforts that we see on many different things where people talk about how to work together for a common cause to affect change. We commonly see that in politics. Well, what if his knowledge of, how to apply things on a massive scale could be put toward change in that area? And, some of the first things that pop into my mind, which is not possible, because I don't have a solution to this, but it's not possible that, he would use his bot network to post in forums all over the world, how bad War Z is, or why they should be changing things, and so that people read that and it affects public opinion. But that's still illegal. Just using the bot network at all, because you're using people's computers without their permission, that is just, it's not legit. It's not legal. And I don't know how this guy, Mr. Negative Infinity, how he continues to get away with it, especially when he takes down like Exola, which is, does, I don't know how much in sales that they process, but I assume it's a pretty good amount. And by taking them down for 2 days, he could have caused a couple $100,000 in lost revenue. And the FBI, I had an experience where I got some game accounts hacked, my Ultima Online accounts hacked. They took all of my stuff. They res-killed my characters and everything, and I took losses of about $2,700 is what I figured, and that was because I was selling Ultima Online goods at the time, and so I knew the real world value of all of those things, and so I tried to file a local police report. The local police wouldn't take it. And so they said, well, try the county. So I tried the county, and they're like, this isn't really the right place. Do you know where the hacker was from? And I'm like, no. And they said, well, you better take it to the FBI. So I took it to the FBI, and the FBI had an online form for filling out to put in all the information and everything. So I fill all this out. I have a case number. I'm assigned an agent and everything, and then a couple of months go by and nothing happens. Well, I decide that they're not returning my calls and stuff, so I decide to go down to the local FBI office, to the offices where my FBI agent who was assigned my case resided. They're where they worked. And they told me that they weren't available to speak with me. Well, I got there early, and I said, that's okay. If they're here today, then I will wait until they are available. I waited probably about 2 hours before I got taken into a back room, and she had an example prepared for me. It was a woman FBI agent. She had this example prepared for me, and she had on her desk a pile that was probably, I don't know, maybe as much as 2 feet tall of paperwork. And it was all these folders and everything. And she said, honey, right here is my caseload. On the top is in the tens of millions of dollars in losses. On the bottom is $100,000 in losses. Your losses were about $2,700. I'm sorry, you didn't make the pile. And it was right then that I learned how this all works. That there just isn't enough resources with the FBI to investigate smaller stuff. And so I'll bet that these days, because that was 10 years ago, I'll bet that these days that there isn't even that $100,000 doesn't even make the bottom of the pile. So now this guy, Negative Infinity, doing his attacks, I would say that his effects could maybe be calculated somewhere between $100,000 and $300,000 for what he did. And so maybe part of why he quit was that he figured that this is not what he told me, but maybe why he really did quit was because he figured that he was getting close enough on the dollar amounts to where he might pop up on the radar. And maybe this is how he's kept from getting caught all of this time. Now, he told me that he just decided that he was done with the War Z and he was moving on to whatever else he was going to do. And I just didn't pick up the conversation with him any further after that. And so I appreciate him not attacking, and I appreciate him thinking outside of the box, although it had some unintended consequences. And I appreciate his passion for the game hacking or his message and everything. But I didn't appreciate how it was deployed. So that's my thoughts. Okay, well, let's do a couple more War Z items here, and then we'll call it good. So let me see here. Lots of World of Warplanes. And, okay, no War Z in that one that I see. And here we go. War Z, this is from the 3rd. Okay, hey Marcus, I watched a few of your War Z videos and some of your other random ones and wanted to know if you'd be down to run together. Same answer. I think you guys have all heard the answer by now. Playwarz.net, that's where my clan is. I only play with the clan. So here is Mike Anon. War Z trademark suspended. Okay, so I don't know what the deal is on that. I do know that their trademark was suspended by the Office of Patents and Trademarks, and suspended is kind of a harsh word. I think that it was more of denied because it was a pending application which never made it to full resolution, and so it was denied, and it sounds much more dramatic saying that it's suspended, but maybe that is the proper legal terminology. I don't know. But in any case, best case scenario, they keep trucking right along with War Z as a name. They just can't protect it as their name, meaning that someone else can use it. Or worst case scenario, Paramount, who is making a claim against this, who has the trademark World War Z and has a movie coming out with Brad Pitt. It looks actually very exciting. I'm going to go see it when it comes out. And a book in 2006 that was written about it, World War Z. They have the rights to this, and Paramount said that they plan to make a video game in conjunction with the game. And so we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, they could get the domains with War Z in their name taken away from them and forced to use a different name. And who knows? Maybe Paramount would then just forward it to their game. Who knows? I think they have the right to do it. So who knows? Who knows? Okay. We got some more War Z here. And let's see, where did it go? My stuff keeps scrolling down because I think that there's some more messages coming in as we talk. So, okay, Steel Core, War Z. I was wondering if you and me could play some War Z one of these times. Yes, if you're in the clan. Okay, hello War Z friend. You know, I want a t-shirt that says just the word friendly, question mark. We screw with people all the time. You know, I am so bad in this game. I'm not like that in real life. I'm a nice guy in real life, honestly. But we hold people hostage in the game. We kill them for no reason. They ask if we're friendly. We're like, yeah, would you like to join our group? They come over, we shoot them. and stuff, and we are just bad in the game. So bad. But that is all part of the game. And I think that if I was in a post-apocalyptic world, that I wouldn't be that brazen or whatnot, but I would trust no one. I wouldn't trust anybody. And it's half-truth, I guess. Okay, hello Warzy friend. Just started watching your videos. We at Milkbox Games are a small group who like to play for fun and exploration. We would also like to add Warzy videos to our channel. We are fans and have subscribed to you. It's like we the Borg. We would love to play with you sometime. Just let me know and we can arrange something. Have fun zombie killing. Okay, well, another one. I'm only playing with the clan right now, even though I appreciate everyone's offers and everything. It's just a matter of that that I don't have the time to do everything I want to. So, okay, last one. AH Folly. The Warzy, you seemed really upset by the recent changes to the game, Markee. A friend of mine, this must be whenever they changed the timeout, and let me talk about that some more. A friend of mine once gave me very good advice. No matter how much you like or love a game, once some aspect of it starts to annoy you, take a break. The length of said break can vary with the level of annoyance it gives you. Don't let it get to you too much later. Well, that's good advice. Thank you. So, that's cool. But I think that he's referring to when I was so upset about the stuff with the death timer, the resurrection timer, which was an hour. And at the same time that they changed it to 4 hour, at the same time they put in to pay to resurrect. And so what they effectively did was they nerfed us. And by nerfing us, we didn't appreciate it too much. And there was a big outcry about that. But here's what should have been done. They should have not moved it to 4 hours. They should have just put in the funding, for paying to resurrect. Because especially when I'm live streaming and stuff, and I've got a character that, is in the right spot and everything, you know what I'll do? This is the God honest truth. I will only need to play one character then, and I will pay every time to resurrect. And the reason is because he will be in the area that we're all playing at already. And so even if I have everybody at a safe zone and stuff, we go around to the surrounding cities and everything, but we can't travel too far away, because if you die, you need to be able to bring another character to there. So the resolve for that is put in the ability to buy our resurrection again. It was like 50 coins or something like that, which, I don't know, was it 30 cents or something like that? It wasn't too much. And then if we can buy our way back in, we can keep with the clan, with the group that we are playing with, and we can continue on. And so I, for one, would be happy to pay in that situation. It was just the fact that it was coupled with taking it from a 1 hour death timer to a 4 hour death timer that made it so insane. And so please, I ask you, put in the death timer again where we can pay. That was not the problem. The problem was the 4 hours. Don't misinterpret all of our outcry. And people will still say that you guys are money grubbing to pay to resurrect. But as the game stands right now, it doesn't give you a competitive advantage. It just gives you an advantage in the fact that you can continue playing where you were at. So I, for one, really, really want that. And please put that in. If I had one thing to ask for, it will be that. And it should be pretty easy for you to turn back on, because you had it in, it worked, I used it, it worked, and I would be happy to fund the game that way. So, okay, I think that, does this end the stream? I don't know. let me think about that for just a second. For those of you on Twitch, hang on. For those of you on YouTube, I will be, or this is the end of this episode, and actually for Twitch and everybody, this is the end. This is the end. I got other things I got to do. So, thank you for watching, and feel free to, if you're watching this on YouTube, click the links on your way out to see some of these other videos, and please do subscribe. There's more mailbags in the future, and if you have something that you want to ask me, or a comment or question, whatever, send it to me on YouTube, and I will be happy to read it on the air here, and we'll either laugh at you, cry about you, or answer the question honestly. I'm Markee Dragon. Take care. Now that you've made it this far, can I interest you in another video? You know, in the upper left right there, I am building a custom gaming computer. In fact, it's the computer that I use to record my gameplay. I get awesome frame rates. When I'm not recording, I commonly get 60 to 80 to 90 frames a second. But when I'm recording gameplay, and if you are someone who's recording gameplay, you could still get 30 to 40 frames a second even while recording gameplay. And for those of you who have actually tried recording gameplay, you know that that's important and that that's hard to do. So this that series of building my computer is not for people who really know what they're doing. It's for people who have never built a computer before, and because I go through every detail, all long and drawn out for someone who knows what they're doing, and we all learn a few things along the way. In the upper right is War Z, and that is that's gameplay that I filmed on that machine. So right there you can see I'm taking out all the zombies that are coming at me. It looks like we're in Smallville right there. You know, Smallville is a great town to try and hold and just kick everybody's ass. So much fun. On that particular video, you can see that we got 100 player kills and 2 hackers. We do these Saturday sessions where we try and hold these different towns and see how many players we can kill. Not zombies, players we can kill. And have a great time doing it. Do that with our clan, and you know, there can end up being just a couple of us on the live stream or a dozen of us. We have a really great time. In the lower left, that is one of the live shows where Roman Russian Caliber called in. He's the art director of the War Z, and he decided to let us know what the current status of things are, what they're working on, what's important to them, and talk about the artwork in the game. And then, the lower right, that is a hacker who has a personal message for Sergey, the CEO or the president or the leader of the War Z. I'm not sure what his title is, but he believes that Sergey should be punished for taking our money and providing us the game in the state that it's in. And in fact, he is so upset about it that he is actually hacking the servers, bringing them down. Right there we're talking about when he took servers down one afternoon, and he threatens to take down servers again, which is in a follow-up video to that. And he proves how he's done it. And so it's an evil, evil world out there. And I can't agree with somebody wanting to hack the servers and take them down. In fact, it makes all of us players, you know, lose access to the game, but he really wants to punish Sergey, and so there we have it. You get to hear everything that's on his mind, how he's taking the servers down, and why he's doing it. Enjoy this music on the way out. I'm Markee Dragon. Take care.